All right, good evening, everybody, and a big happy Friday. It's Friday, May 21st. It's a little better than 6 p.m. I'm getting prepared for tomorrow. It's that time of year. Okay, so we're on Kuthas. Of course, there's the farm, there's behind the barn, and then there's the Kutha property here. Well, it's the farm's property. We call it Kuthas. I'm doing something a little different this year. In years past, we always just opened this up fully and solely. Graze, cows, graze. And when that certain day came to where it was enough, for example, last year we had a couple spurts of 4 days straight, 5 days, 6 days, with a hell of a lot of waste because it's not sectioned off into what I'm gonna call it's been a long week. We're gonna talk about that. It's not sectioned off. So this year I acquired a new one of these, okay, and of course this is braided, like braided wire, and don't judge me on my lines here, okay? Let's go to the other end of this and talk. Well, I'll take you on the perimeter. I've already looked it over once, quickly. Actually, I need to check the absolute north end. This is a gate entrance that goes into the hardwoods, and then a big trail system way into camp. Next year's concentration on fence line is all perimeters and corners. This year I kicked her in the butt on partitions. Next year is all about perimeters and these corners because they're getting pretty hairy. Let's just hope it survives this year. The opening to the road. Okay, so this year I'm trying something a little bit different. Goes without saying. I'm putting these up to make partitions, whatever the hell you want to call them, so I can try and achieve 5 days of grazing, if not 6. My money's on 6. Now I'm only partitioning this in 5 stages. We'll see what it looks like after that 5th day of grazing. It might just stay open fully and solely for that 6th day. Maybe with some cows are going nuts. They know what's coming. On that 6th day with maybe a little supplemental feed. Now this is all versus our normal common 4-day, basically a 4-day affair back here. I think I can stretch this, even though the herd has grown. The amount of waste that's back here, because they're greedy pigs, is unbelievable. This is a test run. We're gonna see what happens. So I marked out posts I guess a proper person would take a a walking wheel for footage. I'm not going to get that scientific, but I counted posts, and it's basically every 4 posts merits a partition. Again, don't judge me on my lines, boy, that is pathetic. And what I do is I just take a can of white spray paint outdoor, and I paint the tops. I did the same thing with the actual paddock system in the spring. So you can take away the guessing game. I know it's not that hard, but let's call it just a little bit more prolific here. So that's what I'm doing. It's been a while since we've spoken, I think damn near a week, I'm not even sure. So the cows have had a taste of grass. They've had the North Hill for the last 3 days. The first 2 days was full-on grazing. The third day, which was yesterday, they meandered up there and picked through the rest, but then of course I had to do a full-on feeding as well of corn silage. Well, the games are over. They got that taste of grass. It's time. The paddock system, everything, the growth up here is just exploded. It's unbelievable. And yes, we're about to take a crop tour check here, hopefully in the next day or two. I got a day from hell tomorrow. It's probably the wrong way to put it. I've got a complicated day tomorrow with some graduation parties for my nieces, and then I'm going to be a godfather to my new nephew, so we've got a baptism with a church service, of course, tomorrow early evening. So tomorrow's out of the question, but we're going to do a crop check maybe Sunday or Monday, and I'm going to show you. I mean, you can see it right here. Understand what date is on the calendar right now. This is just crazy. Mother Nature has been the big player, folks. I am going to add into the mix my fertilizer program and when I chose to go after my fertilizer. This is another instance of fall P&K right before the brunt of winter hit, and then of course a healthy shot of nitrogen this early spring. I'm tickled pink here, and so are the cows. It's amazing. The North Hill usually only merits 1 full day of grazing on the first opening of the year. That was 2 full days on the North Hill, and then they meandered up there for a third. So I like what I'm seeing here. I think I'm doing this correctly and fairly to the cows. They've got more than enough grazing ground here, and this is just a good test run. So what I'm trying to say here, if I can gain an extra day or 2, let's just say 2. It's just, all right, I tell you what, let's be practical. Let's say 1 day. If I can gain that extra day here 4 times a year, that's 4 days of feed for all the cattle. I couldn't even begin to put the pieces together to tell you what kind of feed savings, let's just say financial savings, that is, feed savings. It's quite significant. So we're gonna give her a shot. Yeah. This is barely fair. The cows are so angry right now. But I wanted to do this evening while they still have some sufficient feed, you know, within their area. versus tomorrow morning when they're out of feed, starving and crazy as a banshee. That spells disaster and a problem. I don't need any more problems. So I'm getting this out of the way this evening. As soon as this video is over, I need to hurry up and get back to the farm and turn on both fencers, because they're gonna wisen up real quick. Okay, we haven't spoken for a while. Things got a little hairy. I guess in a good way, very busy trying to beat that storm. This is courses multiple days ago. I don't even know what my days are right now. I kind of lost track according to the last video I made. Last video I did make, I think I was disking ground. I was disking ground in preparation for the next day, last planting of seed corn for corn silage for this farm. That went perfectly well. It's in the ground, all is well. And then the following day was set for that 13 and a half, 14 acres of new pure seeding alfalfa. With Dad's help, and it would not have happened without Dad's help, period, end of story. We got that in by 8:30 p.m. that evening, and by 2 in the morning, like it was supposed to, the sky opened up and we had a fair amount of moisture come down for a couple of days. No damaging rain, but some damn good moisture, which we needed so bad here. We were getting so dry. Yeah, things played, they really turned out fantastic. Timing was everything, and a go, go, go. But all went well. Failed you in the videos. I'm sorry that I got a YouTube channel here, and I'm sharing you the story instead of showing you the story. Life gets a little busy and hectic. I didn't really take a time out to do so, but there's more to come. The brunt of planting is over, folks. I'm very, very happy and satisfied to tell you that. In fact, I can guarantee you in the next few days, we're going to go to the first plant, which was the first stage of sweet corn, and we're going to go have a look. I guarantee you it's going to be up in a few days. I actually snuck out there last night and checked it. You know, I'm like a kid at Christmas here. And it wasn't up yet. But with it getting in the ground when it did, and the moisture, I can promise you in 3 days it's going to be out of the ground. We'll see. We'll do a video and see. Even if it's not, we'll do a video. We're going to do some crop checks on the alfalfa. The alfalfa's exploded. Exploded. Things are just really crazy here at an early time of year. It just needs to continue. Okay, let's talk about cattle. As you can see, they're behind me. These greedy pigs, they're doing pretty good for the most part. Calving continues. Of course, calving is not going to stop for at least another guaranteed 4 weeks. Might have a few there in, you know, within 5 weeks. But things continue to go fair. I'm still having my, I'm not going to call it my heifer problem. I'm going to call it my heifer explosion. Folks, I'm still running after, you know, all these calves spitting out. Excuse my verbiage. I'm running 72, 73% heifers. Oh, so I guess I got to use the words. I'd rather that a healthy pile of heifers than unhealthy pile of bull calves, you know, for steers. Bulls are all spoken for. There's 7 bulls out there now. Bull calves are the remaining bulls. And the rest are a bunch of heifers and some steers. We're yet to take a cow yard tour. In fact, I think the best thing for us to do is to do a nice video, and you can see there's some starting to come in the heat here. The best thing for us to do is take a nice video on this nice grassland when they're in here grazing. So Yeah, we've had some moisture here the last few days, which has been an absolute blessing. Number one, because of timing, because of the crops going in. Number two, I needed a breather to settle down and take care of about 150 odds and ends that have been absolutely lingering. I'm getting them kind of knocked out of the park. I'm not done yet. You're never done. But it's been a somewhat relaxing few days here, taking care of odds and ends. But yeah, whether you agree with this or not, because there's some that don't. In the next week, I need to hit all fencing perimeter, every bit of it, with weed killer, also known as, let's just call it Roundup. This is still remnants from last year. In fact, I think early fall I hit it. And it needs to be hit again here in the next week or so. Excuse me. But what I don't have time for in the dead of summer when things are so busy is about, you know, multiple days, or I should say multiple hours spread out within days of weed whacking the fence lines. We used to do it. Things were on a little bit of a lower scale. Somewhat here. It's still the same property, but that just can't be kept up with anymore. So I chose the route of getting a 15-gallon sprayer. Real nice deal. I think I did a review on that on one of these videos. I'll do another one here within this week when I hit it. The entire perimeter of the whole farm. So that's coming up. Not everything's all glory and roses. I've suffered 2 losses this week, calves. The one was real bad, and the cow, the heifer ended up prolapsing. We were able to save it though. Dad and I did the best job we could. For anybody that doesn't know, and it's okay that you don't, how do I choose my words here? A prolapse happens after a calving, usually a troubled calving. And for the lack of better words, the animal throws out her insides. It's about probably as gruesome as it sounds. So we suffered one of those here 4 mornings ago or better. And the calf, we had to pull the calf. That was the hardest pull I ever recall, period. We tended to mama the best we could, called the vet. I had no choice. That's a big bill, folks. That's a big bill. It's big for me. Okay? Remember, $20 bill is still a lot of money to me. If it's not to you, I don't know what to tell you. We did the best job that we could to protect things, keep things clean. She also threw a nerve real bad on her right side, so she couldn't get up, and it was just awful. Vet came, and we did what we had to do. She obviously got stitched up, and she's doing real good, real good, real good. In fact, the stitches really should come out here probably in the next few days. We'll see. Dad will be the judge on that. He's the pro on that, not me. And then I had another problem where it was an early morning calving where the calf's front shoulder was tucked behind. And yeah, two losses this week. It happens. I guess a guy or woman, excuse me, I guess you could set up a tent and live out here. I'm being kind of sarcastic. I guess I'm getting this out of the way before somebody says something, which I don't care. The comments don't bother me. Not at all. But yeah, suffered some losses. Two of them. Yeah. So anyway, other than that, things are going real good. Pretty fair. I continue on corn silage. The days when the cows were up on the North Hill, the heifer lot, which is still intact. I did not let the heifers in with the cows yet, and I'm not going to. Not yet. Maybe come paddock system time grazing. Maybe not even then though, because I want to continue to feed out and deplete the corn silage. And there's a ways to go. So the days that the cows didn't get their corn silage when they're on the North Hill, the heifer lot got a good taste of corn silage, and boy, oh boy, did they love it. All right, the cows know better. They know they're not getting this evening, but you better step out of the way tomorrow morning. Other than that, just odds and ends. I've had some breakdowns with equipment, some stuff that was failing. I've been getting that out of the way in the evening times, getting the parts during the day, and wrenching on things in the evening, like the culti-mulcher. The culti-mulcher went to hell. It's all good. Got her going. Got it fixed. Thankfully, it was a simple ordeal. And the list goes on and on. But, yeah. I keep telling you everything's going good, but I've got some problems. I hutched another calf here this afternoon. I had the first set of twins born this year. They're twin heifers. And I'm not playing around this year. I know I'm speaking the obvious to some of yous, but normally what Ben would do is sit there and procrastinate a little bit. Let's see if Mama can take care of both of them, because in some cases that can be. We've had it here many times. I didn't like what I was seeing after the second day. The mom was extremely taken to the one heifer and maybe half give a damn to the other. Now it was able to nurse a little bit here and there, so it got mother's milk, that colostrum. But a decision had to be made. I'm not playing around this year with procrastination. I finally pulled her, the little heifer calf, this afternoon. And boy, was that a fight. Oh, she was full of piss and vinegar. Wow. Tomorrow, I need to sneak up on a steer calf that's 5-6 days old. He was abandoned. But he's the sneakiest little devil you've ever seen. He goes and gets his snack wherever he can. There's a few cows out here that actually will let him. Now that's all fine and dandy. That makes me real happy, but it can't continue. I need to unfortunately hutch him tomorrow. No questions asked. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I tried to catch him today. I couldn't catch that little son of a gun. So I need to catch him early in the morning while he's sleeping, hopefully. And yeah, he's a little tiger, boy. He's a little tiger. Folks, that's about it. Failed you on some productive videos here, actually showing you what's going on instead of just the story I'm telling you about. You know, I'm all full of promises here. That will change here. We got some pretty nice, interesting things coming up in the next week or two. Of course, the crop checks the cattle. I picked up a used piece of equipment just yesterday. I'm going to show you that. And of course, we're gonna go check on crops, the alfalfa, the corn, the sweet corn. I got another patch of sweet corn per calendar that I need to put in by Tuesday of this coming next week. The weather pattern says I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna bet that it's gonna be a Thursday of next week go in. And then I also have some touch-up work I need to do on a piece of leased property. They removed a fence line, probably 2 acres worth. And I roughed it up last fall. Now I need to get in there and smooth it out with the disc, multi-mulcher, everything else, and I need to plant it and blend it in with the field. I'll take you with me. I'll show you what's going on. Folks, that's about it. I got a laundry list of things that still need to get done here this evening. Shame on me. It's a happy Friday. I don't have a cold beer to crack. What in the hell is this world coming to? I can assure you I'm gonna take care of that problem here in about a couple of hours. But glad to see everybody again. Hope everybody's doing okay. Sorry for my failures. We're gonna make up for it here in the next week or two, and go from there. I can promise you I won't talk to you tomorrow. I got a very busy day tomorrow. I think I talked about that in the beginning. But Sunday I could see some look-sees. I could see doing some things. I'm gonna shut up, stop talking. I gotta go and turn on the electricity, or I'm gonna have a very, very long night. So anyway, we're gonna talk to you sooner and later.